Yo, yo, yo. Rocky Stocks here. Nothing I say is financial advice, entertainment purpose only, not a financial advisor. Lot of things going on this week. Look at. We're hitting 650. We're going to drop below 650 tomorrow because they're going to price fix the market, dump the stock to $5.99 and steal all the premium from the call option sitting at $6. It's going to happen tomorrow. Anyways, moving forward, there's some big things going on. We got earnings call coming up on November 8th, but I want to talk to you guys about Credit Suisse real quick. It's not a long video. It's just something I want to get out there. Terrible tweeted today, Credit Suisse in a last-ditch effort tried to avoid collapse, advises retail investors to sell their AMC shares. So Credit Suisse posted a really lame article out into MSNBC today, and I'll bring it up for you, talking about how AMC stock's going to do bad and dumb money get out now, that type of thing. It's just retarded. Credit Suisse is in deep shit. They're about to collapse. The only reason they're still working right now is because they got backing from some Saudi money in Saudi Arabia, right? But usually when this happens, when institutions like this start borrowing money, they're already so far underwater, they're over leveraged that it destroys them from the inside out. They start selling off assets, and it's absolutely amazing. Here, Cartoon Network, CNBC said Credit Suisse says sell AMC, predicts stock headed to 95 cents. They did that because Credit Suisse is a market maker. And I guarantee you that Credit Suisse went out there, just like everybody else that's market making, tried to take too many pieces of the pie, and now they are on the hook for billions of AMC shares sold, not yet purchased. Meaning, when they collapse, they have to go out and buy those shares. They're not going to be able to do it unless they buy APE from Adam Aron, right? So I'm wondering if Adam Aron is going to come out on the earnings call and talk about bona fide offers to institutional investors such as market makers and hedge funds that he has sold at premium prices through negotiated rates. Now, some clowns out there in the Twitter sphere that think they're financial advisors and they know what they're doing tried to tell me that the APE share offering was only at the market. It's not. There's language in the 8K that specifically says we are going to do negotiated prices, bona fide offers, and at any time we can even cancel the share offering altogether. This is why they don't sell APE on computer share per the company guidance from AMC Theaters. Because if they sold real shares of APE on computer share to the open market, institutions could have just went in and bought 1 billion shares of APE at $1.40. He doesn't want that. He wants them to come to him and beg and plead and go, please sell us some APE. We'll pay $3. And Adam Aron's like, nah. He's like, okay, well, how about we buy 100 million APE at $7? And Adam Aron is like, okay, how about 10? And then they're like, fuck, we take it. And that's it. So it's all going perfectly according to plan. I wish Adam Aron was more vocal, but this is the big thing. We now know how market makers price fix stocks to drop them below Max Payne and Hoyles, which we're getting ready to break below 650. And I'm not upset about it because I predicted this was going to happen. I told you guys they're going to price fix. They've been doing this for a year. I feel stupid for not playing the stock in the appropriate way because too many people have come out and beat the war drum and said, all you got to do is buy and hodl. If you don't buy and hodl, you're a shill. We've got to get away from that completely. Buying and holding is important, but you're missing out on the play of a lifetime by not playing these pumps. People who didn't sell at 72 complain. People who didn't sell at 32 complain, or 64 complained. 27, 32. Look at, there's a MOAS right here. If people would have played the stock in a smarter way. I have a theory that the hedge funds have infiltrators in the APE community that have come out and tried to teach us the wrong things, tried to keep us silent, dumb, and stupid so we didn't make money on this play for the last 2 years. Well, here's the deal. Now we know how they price fix. Every time they drop it below Max Payne on a Friday when there's no big catalyst upcoming, you can literally plan your dip buys perfectly. I told everybody tomorrow we're probably going to hit $6, right? If we do and we close at $5.99, you can buy shares directly at market close. And then next week, when it runs back to $7 again, which Max Payne is $6.50, so we're looking at a $7 run by Thursday, you can trim the shares you just bought, make a little bit of money on the side, wait for the next dip. You can plan this out. I don't recommend selling your original lots because you have your 12-month tax benefit out of those now. But if you want to start building up a portfolio in the time being, you can do it with the Max Payne and Hoyles method. Highest open interest, lowest strike. If we touch $6 tomorrow at close, $5.99 at close, I'm going to place a buy order. And then next week, when it runs to 7, I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to have a beautiful profit. And I'm going to take it. And then I'm going to put it back into AMC at the next dip. That's how this play should have been working the entire time. This entire 801 APE, buy and hodl, fake profile picture people who do nothing but harass the community need to go the frick away. They're stupid. They let us down the wrong road. They're the same ones that are saying DRS is bad, which is the only place you can buy legal shares that can't be shorted right now is computer share. And every time you DRS a share, you take it from the DTCC, meaning you pulled a phantom share off the market, you contribute to healthy price growth, and you may have just closed out a naked short in the process. So boom, there it is. Again, this is my opinion. I'm giving you guys the opportunity here to finally do this correctly. If we hit even 520 tomorrow and you buy, and next week Max Payne is 650, meaning we're going to go back up, and we hit $7, you just made a 5 to 10% profit on what you just bought. Trim it, take the cash, wait for the next dip, buy again with the Hoyles method, and then keep doing that. Don't touch your original position, right? Buy the dip, make the money, take the profit, buy the dip, make the money, take the profit. It is like clockwork. It happened perfectly on October 21st. It's happening perfectly on October 28th. We're coming up tomorrow. We're sitting at 649, 650. We're going to roll into tomorrow, and they're going to freaking, unless we get a big news catalyst, we're going to roll in tomorrow and they're going to tank the stock down to $5.99, close it below 6, which if you look on the options chain, I'll bring it up. Max Payne and Hoyles are actually at $6 together for once, which usually it's usually one strike price off. October, all the monies. Me and Froggy Styles talked about this for months this year. And it took forever for the community to wake up to it. But let's check October 21st. What was Max Payne and Hoyles? Hoyles was 650. What did we close on October 21st? Let's see. There's the 24th. 18, 19, wait, what's this? 19, 20, 21. What did we close on the 21st? What was our close price? Max Payne and Hoyles was 650. We closed at 649, a penny below. They stole all those premiums. Now, Max Payne and Hoyles for the 28th of October, $6, 6,845 open interest on the call options. There's nothing below it that's worth taking it to. 533 open call options isn't worth the market makers to put the money to price fix the stock. Meaning they're not going to create FTDs to price fix. They're not going to sell phantom shares to price fix below 550. They're going to take $6 and they're going to take all this premium. 6,845 open interest, 100 shares per contract. That's a lot of money. So they're going to steal that. Our price is going to drop down to $5.99 tomorrow. And that's when you want to buy your dip. We'll see some action through midday, but it's going to dip and it's going to hit. Let's put a line. And if I'm wrong, let's see. Oh, I can't go below that. It's got to go there first. But if I am wrong and we don't hit 5.99, we'll be close to it. But that means that your long positions are in the money anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if we can predict this with at least 80% accuracy level on the stock being price fixed to Max Payne and Hoyles every Friday, you can literally take $500. Buy the dip at $5.99, and then next week when it runs back to 7, sell. If it doesn't run back to 7 and it hangs around $6, then you just own more shares that you're positive on. And then what you want to do is you want to check the next week and the next week. You want to do this 2 weeks ahead in advance. So we know this week we're going to close at $5.99. Let's check and see what Max Payne and Hoyles is for November, the first week in November. It is Max Payne is looking at probably $7. There is 1,987 open call contracts on 650. It is still a week out. I think more will be added to it. And we're going to say that our Hoyle's highest open interest, lowest strike is 650. So next week, the potential for this to touch $7 is high. If it hits $7 and you bought at $5.99 this Friday, you made a great profit. You can sell it, get out, and you can wait and do it again the next week, which is going to be earnings. And they've already said that earnings is going to be a little lackluster. They've told us that. Adam Aaron announced that a while ago. We did have a lot of movies come out that people watched that they probably didn't assume people were going to go to. So I think it's going to be better than expected. But we all know what happens during earnings calls. The market makers love to slam the stock. If Adam Aaron comes out with a major catalyst for earnings, saying we have litigation filed against the NYSE for the 43 million failure to delivers, or we sold 200 million APE and raised $1 billion, you're going to see some beautiful price action after the earnings call. So, like I said, you want to do this method when there's not a bunch of major catalysts that could potentially pop within a week-long period. But tomorrow, I do think we're going to see $5.99. It's a perfect time to buy at market close. I'm going to be buying some, and then I'm going to sell it when it hits $7, and I'm going to take that cash and I'm going to put it in my brokerage for more dry powder. And you can do this the entire time the play is happening throughout the rest of the year until the squeeze. Like I said, don't liquidate your core position to do this. Start a new position so you know what lot it is, and just keep flipping it while you're waiting and making that money. That way you don't touch your tax lots that are already 12 months, but you're making money on the side. While we're sitting here, you're making a mini MOAS while you're waiting for the big MOAS, right? Just do what you guys want. This is what I'm going to start doing. I'm done sitting here listening to these fake 801 profile apes saying all you got to do is buy and hodl, because guess what? We've done it for 2 years. Doesn't freaking work. Actually, the only way to buy and hodl and make it legit is by computer share and DRS. You can't buy and hodl and squeeze a stock if they're selling synthetics endlessly in the open market. You can buy and buy and buy and buy, but you're buying phantom shares and you're diluting your own stock price. And more investors join every day. Does it dig the hole deeper for the market maker? Yes, but you heard what the Apex Clearing CEO said. They can generate endless liquidity. James Miller, clown emoji. Ooh, good one, James. Tool. James asks, awesome channel. I found you yesterday. Keep up good videos. Thank you very much. Got an ape in the chat. Miss Harris, what's going on? Thank you for coming. As soon as I saw it, I bought more AMC and ape immediately. Well, just wait till Friday, guys. Wait till Friday, market close. If we see it drop to $5.99 just to get 1 penny below that call option so people can't exercise, they'll be out of the money, then that's the time to buy your dip, because next week we're looking at $6.50, $7 again. Short Credit Suisse, desperate cronies. Yeah, honestly, I should have shorted Credit Suisse. I knew the news. I've seen it. I've been following it. I should have took out a short position on them. Are you talking to Adam? No, I am not talking to Adam. You also told us they was covering with like companies. James Miller is a complete tool bag. I didn't say they can be covering shares with like companies. It's in the wording. If they sell a security of AMC that does not exist, and there's a like company or a like share or a spinoff, they can use that to facilitate that balance that they had on the books. I know, James Miller, you don't understand what you're talking about. You're just in here trolling, and it's okay. But if you go back to my old videos, I explain it in detail, and you might learn something. He never told everyone what to do. He gave his opinion. Yeah, it's just James Miller, guys, just he's probably one of Morant's rants, guys. Just stupid. Just waste of time in the chat. If we all sold at the top and bought the bottom in AMC GME, there would be no MOAS. No, that's not true, Jarrett. That is not true at all. Actually, what you would be doing would be taking money away from the market makers, which is reducing their liquidity, which would force them to cover the positions that they have on their books that they sold but never bought. You guys gotta wake up, man. You gotta open your minds up a little bit here and look at what the market makers are doing. They're selling us an endless supply of shares to dilute the stock price on the open market that doesn't actually register on the float. That's what they're doing. That's bottom line what they're doing. And if you sit here and do nothing but buy and hodl, you're going to buy and hodl yourself back to $1.90 on AMC. Unless you buy from ComputerShare, because it's an actual legally issued share. And once the float is logged, the game's over because that's a reconciled share count. That's how it works. Bottom line, end of story. You guys that are out here screaming that you're apes, that have no financial background, that are not educated in this, who have been following YouTubers who have dildos on their back shelf for the past 2 years, have led the community into a disaster. And I'm telling you right now, I'm done with it, and I hope my followers are too. Hold your core position, buy the Hoyles dips every Friday at market close, take some profit when it runs back up 10-15%, and cycle this until we see a catalyst from Adam Aaron, until we log the float with DRS, or until one of the market makers collapses, forcing them to cover the shares they sold that they didn't own. Also in that, giving haircuts to naked shorts out in hedge funds. I'm not triggered, but Jarrett and James, you guys, I'm literally getting ready just to boot you from the channel, because you can have an opinion, but I know I'm right. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you guys while you're misleading the community. So either leave or just be quiet. I am sick and tired of people in the Twitter sphere and the YouTube sphere misleading retail investors so they can earn money on YouTube or so they can chase clout on Twitter. I'm absolutely done with it. ComputerShare was installed by Adam Aaron. He hired them. If you log the float with ComputerShare, the game is over. We log the float. That gives him reliable evidence of synthetic shares being out in the market, because there's no way that institutions own 190 million if we've logged the float in ComputerShare. Bottom line, end of story. Anybody pushing DRS FUD is either A, ignorant and don't know what they're talking about, or B, a market maker trying to shill bad advice into the community. Bottom line. Yeah, oh, Amazon, JC Portillo. Dude, Amazon down 19%. Google was down 10% yesterday. Microsoft was down. They say it's because of bad earnings, but I do believe it could be big money liquidating to prepare for the Credit Suisse collapse. They need to liquidate to make sure that they have enough to meet their margin requirements when Credit Suisse blows up, because you're going to see some stocks like AMC run. I firmly believe it. So I saw the GME crowd fighting about ComputerShare. The GME crowd has done a phenomenal job with ComputerShare. They've done so much DD that I literally didn't even have to dig that deep to figure this out. And then when Adam Aaron hired ComputerShare as the official transfer agent, I mean, how much more do you need? Your CEO hired this company and used them as a transfer agent, so you have the opportunity to go in and direct register your shares, and that's all we need to do. He's probably sitting in his office laughing at everybody right now going, why haven't they just logged the float yet? We can do a reconciled share count. Bigums don't recommend DRS. Bigums doesn't know what he's talking about. Bottom line. He loves talking about phase 6 and all that stuff, and he gets that right on. He does a phenomenal job on that, but Bigums does not understand anything about DRS. He's never done proper DD on it. He doesn't know. He wants people to go to his channel. He's turned super chats on. He's monetized. He's taken donations. He's here to make money now. Bottom line, end of story. He has sold out. He absolutely sold out. I like his DD on phase 6. I really do, in the Cat 5 system, but the dude sold out for YouTube money, which compromises your DD. If you're more worried about getting views to make that money, it compromises the information you put out. That is why I give my YouTube money out in gift cards all the time. I will not be compromised in my DD. I will not be compromised in my opinion. Anyways, if you guys think I'm a little irritated today, I have every right to be. I'm sick and tired of market makers cheating. I'm sick and tired of people in the ape community who are out there chasing clout that have no freaking clue what they're talking about, like the clowns on Ape Radio, who are more worried about talking about fart jokes and fisting jokes than doing proper DD, and then they come out and say DRS is bad. Don't question CEO Adam, but DRS is bad. And then I come out and I say, well, didn't CEO Adam hire ComputerShare directly? And they can't say nothing. I'm done with it. I'm going to make some very direct, blatant statements coming out in the future about some people in this community, and it's going to blow up. because I've absolutely had it for 2 years of these clout chasers and YouTubers making clickbait, misleading everybody down a path that's created a massive bag in the retail community. We can fix it by using the Hoyles method, by buying the dip properly on the closing of Fridays, making sure it's below max pain. It drops below max pain, drops below Hoyles. You check the next week, see what max pain is. You buy the dip, you sell, make 10% a freaking week off of this play. Yeah, Hang Plant, you're completely false. You're completely false on that. He has not disclosed much of his information at all. The dude's getting like $100 tips and shit for recycling Phase 6 DD. And I'm done with it. I like his DD. I like his stuff. But Bigums is recycling DD. And anything that happens, he says it's because of Phase 6 and everybody believes him, and it's not true. You can't say, okay, Credit Suisse collapses because of Phase 6. Well, meteor hit the earth because of Phase 6. You can't do that. These guys have been walking away. Bigum said he was supposed to have a channel that was unmonetized. He flipped super chats, fucking monetized, is making money off of YouTube, which is going to continuously compromise his DD. He's going to come out and make every single thing sound like the biggest story in the world for Phase 6 so people come to his channel and pay him. That's the bottom line, you guys. That's why I give my money away. So anyways, enough talking about people. Just because I say I don't like what they're doing doesn't mean I'm disrespecting them. I have all the respect in the world for everybody out there, but I do have my opinion and I shared it, as do you guys. But here's the deal. Credit Suisse is in big trouble. They are a market maker. If they sold securities they do not own, now Casey Shaw is a straight up liar. That's the bottom line, Sammy. Casey Shaw is a liar. He has spread enough false information about ComputerShare that ComputerShare could literally sue him for slander. That's how bad it is. So these YouTubers, man, these guys, I'm done with it. Casey Shaw, Bigums, Trey, all these guys have been doing this for over 2 years. Look at where the stock price is. Me and Tara and my group, we've come out and said, let's do the security token. That would have shot the price over $100. I have no doubt in my mind. We have a case study. It's called Overstock. Then we came out with, hey, let's sell NFTs so we can raise money to pay off debt. Still hasn't happened. The community loved it. Then we talked about multiple other catalysts and scenarios that we could use to make this thing the actual play people said it was. And a lot of people in the community, like DRS, a lot of people in the community, like Casey Shaw, like Bigums, like Trey, all of them said DRS bad, or I'm neutral on DRS. The truth is, if we log the float, that is a reconciled share count proving synthetics, and then Adam Aaron can go to court and force them to close. Bottom line, end of story. There's nothing left to talk about. Anyways, look at that, 6:45 after hours. I predict tomorrow we're going to close at $5.99. I'm going to make a dip buy, and then I'm going to sell it at $7 to $7.10 next week. Make a good profit, roll into earnings. Hope Adam Aaron has a bomb diggity catalyst for us in the terms of I raised a bunch of buttload of money, or we're going after the NYSE for APE FTDs. The NFT sales, if Adam Aaron would have sold NFTs to raise capital to pay debt, I'm actually kind of glad he waited on it, because you just saw the SEC go after the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is a big deal. So Adam Aaron was very smart in not issuing a crypto or NFTs for monetary value yet until the SEC and regulators fix what's going on. Casey Shaw is a liar, Sammy. I've got DMs from him where he straight up lied to me. He tried to weasel his way into getting me to like other people for no reason. And he specifically said stuff about me that is a lie. And he has spread massive misinformation on ComputerShare and DRS to the point to where ComputerShare could sue him for it. So if you like Casey Shaw, then go to his channel. Froggy, tell people about the first in and out, last in before selling shares. Well, okay, Kembo. So you don't want to sell any of your position that you've held for 12 months. This plan to use Hoyles to make profit through the play, this plan is going to be with what you buy new on Friday. I do not recommend selling any shares that you've held for over 12 months or your core position. take a little bit of money on the side, buy the dip with Hoyles, use that lot to sell when it goes up. If you have Fidelity, what you want to do, Bigham's is high, but he's cool, man. I've got no issue with these guys, but they're selling out left and right. They are selling out. Bottom line, they're selling out. The dude blocked me. I've never said nothing but good stuff to him, and he fucking blocked me. They're sellouts. So, anyways, I'm going to kick off here. I got to go. My alarm's going off. You guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.